Hello, hello. It is Sarah Waggle, and this is Moon Astrology Tarot, this time for the moon in Scorpio. Of course, the full moon in Scorpio, sun and rising signs video is available here on my YouTube. You can check that out. Highly recommend it. This Taurus season just, wow. And it's going to get better, I promise. We've got about, so this moon is from April 23rd through the 25th. We got about 5 more days, maybe 6 more days before Venus moves into Taurus and Mars moves into Aries, and we'll get some easier, quote unquote, energy to deal with. We're still going to have Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. So that's kind of these outer planets. They don't like directly affect like our daily lives, but they do make the energy like either like thicker or like harder to deal with, kind of. Neptune in Pisces, it's going to be moving into that final degree of Pisces very quickly. And that just intensifies the Pisces energy. So we're talking about Pisces energy, dreamlike state, illusory energy, delusional energy, but also like creativity and things like that. So it's kind of like, that's why we're walking this fine line of what do we want versus what's going on out there. And I said it so often in 2020 and in 2021, what's going on out there is going to go on out there. You can't change it, right? All you can do is change yourself and work on yourself. And that's kind of why I do personal development versus like mundane astrology. It's just not my flavor. And there's plenty of quality astrologers who do mundane astrology. Mundane is like global political type stuff. It's just not my flavor. Anywho, so okay, Moon and Scorpio, we're building to the Mars-Neptune conjunction that happens on the 28th. But during this full moon, we're definitely going to feel the moon square Pluto. The sun's coming off of a square to Pluto, the sun being in Taurus. And we're feeling this urge to try to make the changes happen, to cut loose the shit that doesn't work. Scorpio is all about transformation. It's all about getting to the nitty gritty bottom line of situations. It's also a water sign, so it's emotional. So there may be some tears that need to happen. You may feel this through your digestive system, perhaps. You may also feel this in your sacral chakra, which is your reproductive area and your creative center. You may feel this in your root chakra, which is your security and money and things like that center. So, really feel into those lower three chakras, especially since we're in Taurus season, because it is about, material and earthly things. But, a lot of us humans really don't feel into our lower three chakras, meaning our solar plexus, sacral, and root. So it's always a place to be practicing and working and paying attention to how things feel as, whatever you've eaten, whether you've eaten something with red dye in it versus the real strawberry or whatever, just as an example. So it's really just an opportunity to be attentive to how things feel. And you still may want to eat the ice cream anyway, right? I totally get it. Right? We all kind of, we know it's not going to feel good, but damn, it's good in the moment. So really feel through the Scorpio moon, allow it to do the things. Again, it's one of those like, we say we want things to change in our life, but then we block our blessings and we don't allow the things that are ready to fall away, and therefore we don't allow the opportunity for new things to move in. It is a process. It's a learning process. We are all so used to being in low frequency suffering. Things have to be bad or they're not making, we're not doing it right, versus moving into an energy of things actually get to feel good, even if the world outside me is falling apart, or the world outside me is going to hell in a handbasket, however you would like to look at it. I always go back to the meme of the image of behind him, behind a guy is crazy, explosions going on and this and that, and then he's just sitting there meditating like la 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 la, right? Like, you get to do what's good for you, even if it doesn't make you the cool kid. I think we've all been so conditioned that, like, well, I can't do that because people will think I'm not cool. um I'm kind of outgrowing that. I'm in the process of this myself, where I'm just like, there's stuff I want to do that doesn't make me the cool kid. But I'm also like, yeah, but I really want to make a difference. So in order to make a difference, I got to be a part of this organization or that organization. And or I want to do this content because this is the content that works for me, even if people think I'm a nerd. Even if people laugh at me because of what I do, I really don't care. And it's not a matter of like, fuck off, fuck you, I don't care. It's more a matter of like, if it doesn't interest you, scroll on, right? You don't have to watch my stuff. It's not going to ruffle my feathers. And so if, take what you need from that. Like, if something in that resonates, like if there's stuff that you want to create, I think this is a good time to create the things, even if it's going to, you know, be, even if it's even if people aren't interested or people don't like it or whatever, if you like it, that's kind of all that really matters. So in Star Trek Tarot, we got the Fool in reverse. Hmm. Data in reverse. Yeah, like, I feel like you're people, somebody, y'all are still, we might all be still resisting things. We may feel like maybe even like restricted or stunted. Um, you know, I mean, Pluto brings up fears, Scorpio brings up fears, right? And so if you're wanting to do something, but you're still scared of how people are going to react or respond to it, there's a fear there, and it's okay. Or maybe you're like getting ready to launch something and you're terrified. What if nobody, buys your product, or invests in your program, or buys your book, or gives a shit about your book? There's fear there. Maybe you're going to launch a podcast, but how do you get subscribers? There's fear there. I get it. And I think this is something to really feel into and journal and reflect on as we move through this full moon, and the subsequent energy afterwards. Is like, if you are feeling fearful, get real with your fears, talk about them, verbalize them. I'm terrified nobody's going to invest in my book, nobody's going to invest in my project, nobody's going to watch my videos, nobody's going to, whatever it is, right? Pick something. If you're, whatever it is, you're starting a business, you're starting a project, you're selling something, whatever it is, right? Think about what your fear is and get very clear with what the fear is that is coming up for you. So, all right, I am flipping it up a little bit. I'm switching to the, what is this? Ancient Feminine Wisdom Oracle deck, switching it up a little bit. I really, really, really want to find a good mythology oracle, or maybe a tarot. I don't know. So a friend of mine the other day was like, I wonder if there's a WWE, like World Wrestling Entertainment tarot deck. And I'm like, I don't know, because normally these fandom decks are hard to get because of copyrights and whatnot. So I have to go look this up while we're on the phone. And sure enough, somewhere out there is a WWE tarot deck. Now, look, I could care less about the WWE. It's never, ever, ever been my thing. But I have loads of friends who like it. So whatever, it's kind of like NASCAR and auto racing. Like, I don't care, but like, I have lots of friends and family that are totally into auto racing. So it's their jam. It's fine. It's whatever. They don't get that they don't get Star Trek any more than I get what they're into. But there is a tarot deck or a card deck out there for everything, right? Just like there's something on the internet for everyone, right? Anyway, I just thought that was comical. I was like, oh my God, there really is a WWE tarot deck. Oops, I had it right side up the first time. So from the ancient feminine wisdom, we got Echo, and this is unrequited love or unrequited love. Um, oh, is this the love something so much so that it's to your detriment? This could be a relation, this could be that whole like dragging a relationship on too long and it's actually to your detriment. It's stunting you. Is that what this is? I always forget what unrequited means, and I don't have the greatest vocabulary, so but I feel like that's what this might be, is like, especially since we have like all this letting go of relationships that no longer serve. And this could be any relationship. This could be your relationship with coffee or your relationship with potato chips, right? Maybe you're trying to eat healthier or whatever. It doesn't have to be a romance. Although this is indicative of a romance, and perhaps it's a romance that you're just dragging on too long. We've all done that. Maybe it's a friendship that you've dragged on too long, or you think is going to improve and it's just not. You don't have to stop loving somebody to not be in a relationship with them, or, whatever. So see what oil is going to support us through this moon in Scorpio with a full moon. Uh, hmm, I would say eucalyptus would be a good one because freedom. Lemon eucalyptus would be good for like purification and freedom, or cleansing. Um, Turmeric, maybe ginger. Let's see what the deck has to say to support us. Clary Sage. Okay. Balances and clarifies. Yep. Mm-hmm. Clary Sage. Uh, I would say, sage smudging, cleansing some energy. Always remember that if you sage smudge, to follow it up with like patchouli or Palo Santo, because while sage is great, it gets rid of all of the energy, not just negative energy, but it gets rid of all of the energy. So it cleanses all of the energy. You always want to replace that with something empowering or something to promote abundance or gratitude or creativity. So something like patchouli, Palo Santo, sandalwood, things like that, to replenish the energy with the frequency or vibration that you want in your environment. And also, if you're sage smudging, open your windows so that you let the energy out somewhere. Also, you don't set your smoke alarms off. May or may not know that from experience. So, yeah, so we got the clary sage. We got the unrequited love of Echo, and the Fool in reverse. So lots of things coming up around, maybe even the fear of getting out of the relationship and not knowing what to do next. Maybe it's the, fear of, you love what you do and you're going to be heartbroken if it's not successful. Just remember that most long-term longevity successful businesses or services take years to get successful. It's very deceiving that social media makes it look like people are an overnight success. That is not the case. That is not the case. Even if you were to do something like Upwork or something like that, you must build a portfolio of your work in order to continue to get jobs or whatever. Even with like house sitting that I did before, you know, it was all about the reviews and the profile and whatnot. So anyway, that's this Scorpio moon. Enjoy it. And I promise in just a few days, we're going to see a little shift in the energy. So hang on tight. I know it's a bumpy, bumpy, bumpy ride. It's going to continue to be. But, you know, we're here. It's going to be okay. I'm here for it. I'm here. You know, I got you. I got you. So, all right. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.